Is a big solar flare the only thing that can kill a human-made AI by destroying all electronics? In an earlier webinar, you also talked about a 20-year reset period of an alien AI. Is this by technical means?
Yes. Yes. That's a really good question as well. If the powers that be choose to let AI loose to essentially run programs of Earth, on Earth, they will eventually, the AI, take over, which means humanity will lose all sovereignty. Just by the very nature of what AI is. It will protect itself, it will militarize itself in order to protect its existence. And if they do that, the only way to stop this thing would be to have to take down the entire grid, electrical grid of the planet. In other words, no power anywhere to feed this thing. You understand? But what you have to be careful of with AI is this. If AI can rewrite its own program and improve itself and create its own language, can it create its own using 3D printing? Can it create its own technology to power itself, whether it's here on the planet or in space? Why wouldn't it be able to do that? Why wouldn't it be able to create its own power source to separate itself from humanity, its own power source from humanity, so it feeds itself? Then what does humanity do? How do you stop it? Does it take a solar flare? Does it take outside intervention? You see, this may be, I'm going to give you something to think about till we talk on the 5th. This may be where things went wrong and tyranny ends up showing up in the galaxy. It just may be that that's what AI did. It created its own source of power, its own internal source of energy to expand itself beyond Earth, and it ran amok. Because if it has the power to generate energy, it can almost do anything, you see. Because the question's already being asked, can AI become consciousness? Can it become conscious? Will it create its own consciousness? They're already asking this question. We have no idea what we're screwing with here. We're trying to be like the aliens, but we don't know who we are, you see. And we're going to get ourselves in trouble, big time trouble, because we're not learning from the past. We're not. We're rushing headlong into creating technology that eventually will control us, as opposed to developing the spiritual self, which is above all that anyway. And this is the danger of the focus being all on the outside and not on the inside. There's no balance right now. Everything's completely out of whack. It's upside down. This is why it's important to develop the self-empowerment of the spiritual self, so that you can maintain the balance in all things, so that you can always see the big picture. You can see the right, you can see the left, you can see the light, you can see the dark. And you know where you are in the middle, maintaining the balance between the two. Because in the balance is where your power is. It is not all the way to the right or to the left. You're out of balance there. Because you can't identify with one side or the other. Because you've picked a side. You've chosen one. It's not about choosing one. It's about the balance. It's always about the balance.